Yeah. What was I gonna say? Fuck me, bruv. I don't even feel well, but I just come straight off the plane. I'm back in here. Do you know? I think it is. I
How
think
many
it's the
times
plane.
did you get recognised in Nigeria?
Just a couple of times.
Okay, it was even happening to me in Saudi.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's crazy. Yeah. So
By locals and by like other people, but they're Brits in it. So it doesn't matter, yeah.
The guy that I was filming with out there, his couple of his boys knew me already, and then like there was like one or other two. There was like someone else who's a couple of people still. Bro, I don't know what's. Do you know what people like? I get these messages recently, of like people just saying, "Oh, like I'm probably happy for you, like shit, like you're doing this and that and whatever." And I'm like, you know what? I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening, but I'm just embracing it.
That's it. That's
you
it.
get what I'm saying?
That's it.
I'm just embracing it, and I'm just trying to have a good time. But I'm not taking any of it too seriously. I'm just keeping my head down and working, and just you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just trying to live a good life. Do you get me?
Yeah.
The doc came out. The one from Poland, and that's done really well.
Hey, my man is nuts,
The
isn't
response on that's been nuts.
My man's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Bro, he's mad.
Bro, listen, man. That one, that filming that was just, it was insane. But like, the response on that has been really good, yeah. And I was just saying to the guy that I was filming it with, that I filmed that with, like he was telling me that there's like all people from America and stuff like that there's like a big email chain of people that have like said how good it is, yeah. But I said to him, that's fine. And I like, because he was kind of like, right, why are you not kind of like, do you know what I mean? But I was like, it's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah.
But like,
I want the bag. I want the belly.
Well, of course.
Yeah, the absolute bag. Yeah.
There's that, but it's also as well, yeah. It's like I don't particularly want the great response off the back of just because it's done well. Like I want, like, I like the response of, I watched it and it was sick. This was my favorite part. Not, oh, raw, like it got however many million views.
Oh, is that what they're saying?
Because I think sometimes that's what it can be like, innit? Sometimes people will go on the thing and see that it's done at however many million views. And then they're raw, that sick comes off the back of that. No. I want it to come off.
Yeah, but I don't.
No, what? He's mad.
But that's a whole documentary, so that's different. I don't think it's not like a music video.
Yeah,
where you just watch it to watch it. It's a doc. It's like, it's actual. Like it's a work. It's a piece.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I would say that it is a good thing. Like the whole thing's a good thing.
Yeah.
So even the million views, people email chains, all of that. It's a good thing.
No, of course, that's definitely not a bad thing.
3 million now. Wow. 3 million.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing.
Yeah. But people wouldn't watch it.
I just want like the art of it more than anything in it. Like, do you think that it was good? How did you feel like I was as a?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like those things feel more rewarding than anything else. But I also understand that there's a business side of it, and there are people that take care of business, and ultimately they have to focus on those things in order for other things to happen. Yeah. And I get that, and also that has to happen also in order for me to negotiate a bag. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? I have to use that sometimes to be like, well, boom, this is what that is. Yeah. Come, let's have a conversation and let's see if we can. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I get it. How was Saudi though, bro?
It was an eye opener still.
Serious?
Yeah.
How early did you get there?
I got there on Thursday. Thursday night I got there.
Yeah.
Warm?
So
I was there for 4 days. Yeah. Bro, the weather's just started changing. It's like the Brits got there and made it rain, made it cold.
That's mad.
It's mad. It was colder the last day. I was cold.
That's
and it
crazy.
rained. There's like a 3% chance of rain. And it rained. At the fight.
At the fight?
At the fight. Ponchos everywhere.
See what I'm saying, yeah? Sometimes there's I don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah. It's a blessing.
There's something, something happened.
Yeah.
Because that place there, of course they must get rain.
But the prince must have been wilding.
Why?
Because he's put on this massive spectacle and he just probably didn't want it to rain. Rain at a boxing event is like, I'm not sure what it means for them, but as in rain at a boxing event is never ideal, especially in a country where it barely rains.
Because it was hot. It was outside, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's outside. Oh, and it was like midnight. Ring walks weren't till midnight.
Serious?
Yeah. So it was mad. But Saudi as a country is strange because it's changing.
Okay.
Like we're probably like the first couple thousand people to ever go to Saudi on a tourist visa.
You are.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like literally. So.
Oh, so you had to apply for a visa.
Yeah, but it's
They only recently
like in September.
that.
Yeah. Like we are like the first
tourism
tourists
in general.
to Saudi.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So it's mad, but because of it, because they've never had to deal with tourism before, they're still very much, and I'm not talking 5 years learning, I'm talking they're learning right now, and it's been over like a month. So
did you find them being overly nice because of that?
Nah, that's not their thing.
Okay.
The thing is, it's quite hard to work out who's Saudi in Saudi and who's not, because everyone wears the robe. It means that it's very hard to be able to tell if he's from Turkey or if he's from Pakistan. Or you don't know who's there to work, who's there to just. Saudis are rich. You could tell is the place is stinking rich. But it's still very unbuilt. You can tell what it will be in 10 years.
Okay.
But it will take that 10 years for it to start pulling people towards it. It's hard for a country that has like a pretty terrible worldwide PR. Let's just have it that way. Like a terrible worldwide PR in terms of killing people.
Yeah.
Like, I think they killed 137 people since March. Like, beheadings and that. So it's like...
And also like...
That's not going to make a Brit want to go there.
Of course. And also like the human rights thing.
It's changing. Women, I did see a woman
drive.
They
can drive now, apparently.
But I saw one crash.
Oh, you're joking.
Probably because they just learned to drive.
Yeah, exactly. Nah. So maybe what happened was kind of on the thing of, oh shit, we're reaching a deadline. People are coming over soon. Hear what I'm saying, yeah? Boom. Here's a driving license. Here's a whip. And when you need to drive up and down here. Drive around, innit? And
albeit it's the only woman I saw driving. I think until not that long ago, women couldn't even sit in a front seat.
Oh shit! It's a back seat.
Yeah.
That's kind of dead though. If it's
a weird one because
like imagine I don't even like driving my whip and it's just one person in the car and they're sitting in the back.
Yeah,
that's not a taxi driver. Imagine having your miss. I know that's what you're used to. You're used to, innit?
That's just what you're used to. So their whole thing, like everything, it will seem alien to us, but that's been them and their ways forever. So we just got to go so at first when I got there, I'm like, I need to get a phobe, put a phobe on, and I started thinking. I couldn't tell if it was. Am I like taking the piss? Not taking the piss a little bit, but I go there, wear their phone, take a pic, put it up on Insta and all of that. Am I taking a piss?
Is it a little bit cultural appropriation?
It is.
You know, like when you see someone like.
But is it also is it respectful?
All right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Do you know how I kind of look at it though? Because I understand it can be looked at as respect here, but it also could be seen as this. Someone goes to Jamaica now and puts on a Rastaman hat with locks and takes a picture by down the river and puts it on Instagram and now it's lit. I don't know if you get what I'm saying.
Well, that's hair. But I'm talking like a robe is like.
Yeah, but they could see it as a Rastaman thing. That's more than just hair.
Yeah.
Being a Rasta is more than hair.
I guess put it this way: if you want to go to some of like the temples and stuff, you have to wear that stuff.
Yeah.
They make you wear that.
Yeah.
You can't walk in your own clothes. So I guess in that sense, it is more.
Well, the majority of people wear it. Like the majority, I would say around 70%. Like all women, like when I say like 99% of the women there, and there were loads of women in the malls and I didn't even see many men, but there's loads of women were like completely covered. I'm talking the only thing showing was their eyes.
Yeah.
And if you make eye contact with them, some of them, maybe like the older ones, would actually put the veil over as well.
Yeah.
So I'm walking around there, and obviously, like I've got like enough of an understanding to know that you're not meant to. You don't look at their women. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but naturally, you might just catch an eye or whatever it is as you're walking past.
You know, sometimes the eye, the little so sensational.
Yeah, but the eyes are beautiful.
Yeah,
that's just the thing. That's an Arab girl thing, innit? They've just got beautiful eyes.
Exactly. It's the way that they look after their eyebrows and their eyelashes, and then sometimes you'll see the footwork with the sound. If you can see the feet. But it's like, boom, you know, sometimes some of the women have got... Now, I'm not talking about their proper toes, but you know, like their sandals that they're wearing and that is a proper thing. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm not talking about toes. Do you know what? In fact, talking about that, there's one girl that I was following on Insta that I knew from long time ago or whatever, yeah? and she was wearing a veil or whatever, but she had like her toes out and that. And I ain't gonna lie, her toes was lit. Yeah. And there was bare Muslim man underneath there,
Of course. Whiling.
What? They was so angry and pissed off
That at the foot.
that the toes were out like that.
This is the thing.
And they were lit.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. I can't work out if they've got it right or if they've got it wrong, in the sense that because you don't, you cover your body so you're not sexualized.
Yeah.
But then people are seeing feet, and it's like
You can sexualize feet.
you can sexualize feet, but
Ask Mistress
but
T.
you see, like, and even like the veil, like that's meant to like keep you from that. But all of a sudden you're looking through it and you're just like, oh, that's beautiful eyes, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on with us?
Yeah, you can still
as men.
Sorry, listen. You can still sexualize a woman in a hijab. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that wasn't even a hijab.
It was a burqa, like the full thing. Yeah, but sometimes, bro.
We can sexualize.
Bro, sometimes
is it a Western problem though?
It is. It's a mindset thing. It's a mindset thing.
Male problem, not a Western.
Or is it? All right, cool. Is it though? Because then
Wait,
you
no,
go to
hold on
certain
one second.
tribes. Let's go to certain tribes in Africa. In Africa, there will be certain tribes who are just naked. It's not sexualized. You're just naked.
Yeah, but that's why I said it's a mindset thing.
It's a
it is a Western thing because in Western society, I don't know where it started, but somehow we started. Someone said something. Someone had an epiphany. Rah, those tits. I don't know what it is, but they look all right. And the next man said, I thought it was just me. It was that. And then before you know it now, it's that. And then you know what? Then probably some man has now said, you know what? You need to cover up because I don't want X, Y, and Z looking at your thing or whatever. She's in love with her man. She's like, okay, cool, whatever. And before you know it, men have been able to dictate how women should dress or whatever. And that's why the thing is, I don't think that if that's how your pattern is, who am I to say whether it's right or wrong or whatever it may be? But one thing I do say is that like I can't help but think it only makes it fair if a man does it too. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And
I think that's what the phobe is designed to do. The phobe's designed to be extremely modest. It doesn't show off anything. It's just.
But enough man don't do that though. Enough man still on their thing, on their day to day.
Yeah.
You'll see man walking out with their
Just,
missus who's wearing a full burqa, and he'll be out in his jeans and his slippers.
We're just not as sexy.
Well, ask a woman because.
Yeah, but I'm saying like.
Do you know how much times I've been sitting here and fucking woman like people look at.
That's grey. They love the grey trackie. They love a grey trackie. That's their thing. Obviously, I think that you can't wear grey trackies out there. That's too much. But as in,
because they see the bulge, they see it.
But in general,
and other things, arms, shoulders.
Yeah.
Women sexualize those things too. Biceps, triceps, lacks. Listen, lactic acid.
Yeah.
Do you know how much girls love lactic acid? They don't even know. Some of them don't even know where it is, but they know where it is when they see it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It works both ways, but yeah, I get you. I think
it's a place where you can see starting to change, and I'm not sure how long the change will take or what's gonna. It's hard to draw people as a tourist to your country without some kind of honey trap. Do you know what I'm saying? So of course you'll go there if you're going to Mecca, if you're going to Jeddah, if you're going to any of these places, but if you're going to just go, then there has to be something that pulls you in. Where I was is in Riyadh, so it's like it's in the it's bang in the middle of the desert essentially.
Is it busy?
No sea. Yeah, it's quite busy actually, but it's not like there's an ocean or a beautiful beach that makes people want to go there. So I'm not sure how they'll draw people in without alcohol, for example. But that's very against Saudi tradition. But I've heard they are making a place called Niam. That is going to be kind of what Dubai is to United Arab.
Okay.
It's the same kind of thing.
Just in that region, in the hotels, you can have a drink.
I'll tell you that now. You need a mic.
Yeah.
If you want, you can put on that one. It might be too late, but you need. Otherwise, you could talk, but it's just subtitles work for you. So. But yeah.
All I'll say is the last thing is that Dubai used to be a dry state, and they've kind of changed it slowly over time. So that will probably happen with Saudi.
Yeah. And yeah, I understand what you're saying about the drinking, because they don't have clubs there either, do they? Or do they?
No. Well, I didn't see any.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there being clubs. It's very slow, which is good. You get to relax, and everything's done at a very slow pace. Shopping malls didn't open till 2 p.m.
Okay.
Like, you kind of just walked around, but they're open till like 12 at night.
Aesthetically, how did it look like?
It was a mixture.
So I remember you saying like
it's a mixture of probably when they tried to build a long time ago, but then rather than trying to refurbish those, they were just like, forget those buildings, and they started building like the metropolises. So there's like battered buildings, loads of like shop windows that you can see, shops that have never been opened or haven't been open for 10 years, but then there's just like massive buildings and like a shopping mall. I went into like a Westfield, yeah, that like there's a shopping mall. When I say like every shop was a Gucci, Louis, Dior, Fendi, like all of it.
Yeah, a lot of their, I say women, but men as well, they are really into high fashion.
Yeah.
You see that here.
But it's weird because if you generally wear just the burqa, how much high fashion can one give you?
I think that they probably wear a lot underneath it, you know?
Yeah.
So remember, the shoe game is usually on point if they've got come from a certain type of money as well. The watch, never forget that. You know, the watch is always a big high quality. And then I think like even underneath that, like they'll probably will wear some really nice or just very expensive clothing underneath it. But remember, it's for their partner, innit? Which I guess is even more of a reason to buy nice stuff.
Yeah,
do you get what I'm saying? So
it's mad. It's weird because I've always rated how Saudi do things, not like how they wig people, but in terms of like, we have places like London, New York, all the actual capitals of the world, yeah? And they have, because there's such a mixing pot of people and everyone can go there, and they almost just get their own city identity, but there's not any old identity. Like London is just filled up with people from every corner of the world. And because of it, you don't get like a particular like depth of culture. But then whereas somewhere like Saudi or even Nigeria, you can see it's still there, like all the old teachings, everything is still there. And Saudi have kept that for so long and protected it for so long, haven't allowed people to come to their country unless you're going on a pilgrimage. Like it's something, man. Like they proper like held on to their beliefs. Yeah. But now I wonder how much that's going to be compromised. Because essentially you bring people from all over the place, and what you have to do is make your city accommodating for everyone.
Yeah, the biggest problem that I feel that they will have is that now with social media, everyone has a voice, and by opening up their gates to people being able to get a visa and go there and stuff, opens up more criticism for people to go there and then tell them even more so how they should be living. Do you get me? And
yeah, like, but I don't know. You know, it's capitalist or a dictatorship. I think it's none of this democracy. Like, for example, it is illegal to protest there.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean when I say what I'm saying?
But I'm saying some people are banned from there. So there's somebody who's banned from Saudi, just because he put out something on Netflix. Basically, he's a comedian, but he just made a couple jabs at Saudi, even though he is from Saudi.
Okay.
And he's now banned from ever gone pilgrimage.
Yeah, and that there will always be
and that's because
shitload of people that will be
anyone
banned.
who makes too much noise about it, you can bet about Saudi, you can bet your bottom dollar it will come with some kind of repercussion.
Of course, but what will happen is that someone will go there, or a type of person will go there, be outraged by something, come back, have video footage of it, then it spreads around the world, and then everyone else who thinks that they care or act as though they care, it gives them an opportunity to then go on the internet and be outraged.
But those are people that may not ever want to go to Saudi. Most people don't, at the moment, as it stands, would never want to go to Saudi. Loads of people wouldn't want to go to Saudi because it hasn't got the greatest reputation. So by them opening up the doors, it's making it as if they want a better reputation. I'm intrigued. I'm just intrigued. I want to know what's going to do.
I think that's a sick point of like, how much does that get? How much does all of that, what they stand for,
get compromised?
Because there has to be an element of compromise with it. Do you get what I'm saying? There has to be. But it'll be interesting to see how far they actually go with it. Because I think, like, whether you are for or against what they believe, the fact that they've actually managed to keep a teaching or whatever, as long as they have, like, that was something that we like especially as like black people and black Americans in particular wasn't able to do.
Yeah.
Remember, people were taken as slaves, gone to America. Their religion was taken away from them. Their language was taken away from them. They were given a way to speak. They were given names. All of these different types of things. Before you know it now, there's a lot of people who don't even know where they come from, let alone anything.
Yeah, exactly.
But like with these lot, a lot of them have kept a strong element of their DNA, so to speak, and like what they believe in. And it's mad. It's just, I think it's just, the thing is how they treat people, how they've treated people, which is coming to question. Do you get me?
Yeah.
But anyway, the fight then, like how was, in terms of like atmosphere, when you got there, what was that like?
It was, before we do that, how was Nigeria?
Oh yeah, Nigeria was good, man. Like I'm not going to talk too much about that until the next round of thing comes out. But Nigeria was good, man. It was very interesting. I'd say that this film that we did was the hardest one to film.
Okay.
Purely because it was the waiting around. There was a lot of waiting around. A lot of things were super slow, and there was hella traffic, bro. Like seriously, understand that like Nigeria is like one of the biggest.
We were just moaning about London traffic the other day.
Oh my, exactly, bro. I was out there one time and I thought, I don't even know if I could ever moan about traffic again, bro. Seriously, bro. You understand this, yeah? Nigeria is one, if not the busiest country. It's got the biggest population in the world in terms of like.
It's mass.
It's mass, and it's like over 100 million people that are in this place, bro. And it's like, when you look at it from you see, like when you're in the plane, and you take off and then you look at the space, the land, you can see how congested everything is as well. 190 million in 2017. So that's probably grown since then, yeah. The traffic is outrageous. Yeah, I can imagine. And on top of that, you know what? For the whole time I was there, I didn't see anyone give way once. Yeah. And literally every 5 seconds, you're this close away from hitting someone because everyone's trying to slide.
Yeah, it's mad.
It's crazy. So it was the traffic, the waiting around was really tough, bro. There was one time where we waited for the person I was filming with for like, we must have got there about 9 o'clock. I filmed a conversation with him for like 45 minutes. He went in his yard, whatnot, yeah. And then we was waiting because he had a show to do. So we was waiting for him. Bruv, he didn't come out until like 3:30, yeah. We've got to the venue. I can't wait to talk about this part actually, but I did put a little bit on my Instagram, but we rolled up to the venue. He wanted to drive his own whip, yeah. We've got there, fam, like, at first when he drives a Bentley as well. When we've got there, I've noticed like bare people are looking in the car, but no one's really saying anything, yeah. Now imagine this, the closer we get to the venue, there's like over 1,000 people outside, yeah? Literally outside, just hanging around, like streams of people, yeah? One man screamed out his name. They screamed his name, yeah? All of a sudden, everyone just starts, I'm going to play this to you. I'm going to show it, and I'm going to play it.
I know what you're on about. Yeah.
But so for the people that are hearing this, yeah, you're not going to see it. I'm not going to put the thing up for now, yeah? If it was on my Instagram, you would have seen it, but you could just hear it. That's enough. Listen to this. So imagine we've pulled up now, yeah? Someone screamed out his name. Wait, 1 second. 1 sec. Alright, boom. I know Dan's reluctant to look at my phone just in case. I
hate looking at people's phones. I hate it.
So anyway, bro, listen to this. Fam. Fam, they hovered around the car. They were like, we couldn't get out, bro. It was an absolute. My anxiety levels had never been so high, bro. I didn't know what. I thought we was fucked. I literally thought we was fucked. But anyway, cut long story short, like all of that was amazing to see that, like, and to see how they sort of saw him as God and all of that, yeah. But the waiting was difficult because imagine at times you're sitting there, you're waiting for like 6 to 9 hours, yeah. And then someone says to you, all right, boom, you're gonna do a piece to camera now. just say like what's happening, and then it's like
forget it. Yeah, my energy's done.
It's so hard.
Filming is nuts.
It's so difficult. Yeah. But the guys that I filmed with were so sick, man. Like shout out to Teo. Sick. Like he's always pushing me and just always, because even in those moments, I really want to be sick. I want to be the best me in it. So at times I have to understand that these things just happen. Do you get me? And like, you know what I mean? I have to be able to find tactics within myself
to revamp and get that energy back.
Understand?
So like, boom. So
yeah. But yeah, it was good. And the weather and that was nice. Met enough people, whatever. Ate, you know what I mean? I'd say bare things, bruv. Like seriously, it was good. But yeah, anyway, we'll talk about it properly another time. But anyway, back to Saudi quickly. Yeah. So, when you got to the venue, did you have to do stuff before the venue?
Nah.
So when you got there, you just like walked around, whatever.
I was chilling,
Alright, cool. So what was the atmosphere like?
The atmosphere in the first of all, let me just put this into perspective. Yeah, to get to the venue, they built like a mini field park. Literally, there was rides, there was food stands. Literally, it is mad, and you walk through mazes. Like there's just stuff everywhere. Like
that's random.
Actually, like rides and that.
Is it? That's right.
And you go through all of this. Yeah. It's like a 5-10 minute walk. As in, it's a big enough place.
So you got to go through that to get to the venue.
So but they're trying to make it really like, hey, come here and have fun, and then go to the fight. Okay. You could have actually had so much fun in this place that you missed the fight. 100%. 100%. So you go through all of that, and I just thought, wow, like this is just like a demonstration of how much money they've actually got. Yeah. To just do that and throw it up. Normal. Then you get to the fight. And the stadium it was like a kind of it had free stands. So just suppose like this is, that's a terrible example. Yeah. So it's as if you're looking at, it's like being at a theater or whatever it is. So you're looking at the stage. The stage is where the ring is. Yeah. And you've got 3 stands, one facing it, one from the left, one from the right. Does that make sense? Yeah, so as in like, it's like, rather than it being a full stadium, it's like a football stadium without one of the stands.
Oh, got you.
And where that stand would be is like a hospitality suite where you're going to have the most billionaires that you've ever seen in there. Just like
the biggest,
literally.
People with the biggest
atmosphere was a little bit strange because I'm used to British atmospheres and fights and Anthony Joshua and like loads of people just singing and drunk people. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Essentially. But what you got was a very mature, and very well-mannered crowd. That's it.
People on their best behaviour.
That's it.
Yeah.
And even the Brits, apart from one person, was on their best behaviour.
Oh yeah, no, I saw you put that.
Did he get arrested? Just wanted to scrap someone. I don't know what happened to him.
Because boy, if he's got arrested, he's still there now.
100%. Yeah. And he's had 60 lashes.
Oh fuck me.
That's it. So yeah, it was a weird night. It was almost as, you see, if I shouted from where I was sitting, and I wasn't ringside because there's just too many rich people and too much happening. Like you just can't get there. Yeah. If I shouted, flipping, left hook, right hand, the fighter would have heard it.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah, because it was like loads of people watching and appreciating rather than cheering and jeering. It did change for AJ's fight.
How did you find that? Did you like that?
I don't really shout that much at fights anyway. I kind of like to concentrate.
But as a person who appreciates boxing to a different level, how did you actually appreciate that side of like everyone sort of being closer to the same?
Nah, I just think people weren't shouting in that because they haven't been to, the majority of them might not have been to boxing events, and they just think you just sit there and watch it as if you watch anything.
And a couple of people probably scared to
and
get
you know, like there was exactly. And there was like some people was trying to chant in that, but the chants and the Mexican waves or whatever, they just die after.
Oh shit!
4
so the Mexican
seconds.
Wave only just lasted a couple rows.
Yeah, that's it. It just did nothing basically. So
they 6 week coming like I missed that.
Yeah, they did.
And how did that go?
That was fine because you've got the music. So you could just sing it, but you don't really know how many people are singing because you've got the music's loud.
Yeah.
Whereas
when I was in
the O2
in
or
New
whatever,
York, it felt loud though.
because you have 10,000 fans there.
Of course.
You have like 10,000 Brits who know they have gone there to. It's New York as well. So this was a lot more subtle. It was a lot more like it was an appreciative crowd more than a rowdy crowd.
Yeah.
Still made noise for AJ.
Okay.
But yeah, it was a different atmosphere.
Prior to them actually fighting it, prior to the actual fight, obviously AJ had lost weight.
Yeah.
And then there was talk of like Ruiz losing weight or whatever it was. But he's, to me, still looks pretty much the same, if not.
He came in a stone heavier than he was.
Yeah.
He came in at 20 stone 3.
What was your thoughts on that?
At first, I thought it was fake. Genuinely. But loads of people did. Some people were saying, oh, he wore his sombrero. People were saying, nah, he had weight in his hat. Things in his
weight
trousers.
in his hat?
Yeah. Like, as in, like, somebody put a flipping 2 kg dumbbell or something like that. And he had things in his pockets. So people are saying that it's mind ploys to like try and create. Because at that point, I was a little bit worried because AJ's obviously lost the stone. Ruiz has gained the stone. And I was beginning to think, has Ruiz come here to just try and blast AJ out of here? Literally. But then when he on fight night, he took off his top and he looked even more fleshy than he looked in New York. So I was just like, this is a legit 20 stone. AJ bouncing around him, jabbing his head off feints. Like it was.
You kind of called that a little bit, like that as that.
I feel like most people would have called that though. You see him losing weight. That's how you beat Ruiz. You don't fight Ruiz. Ruiz. Every time AJ kind of got not greedy, but a little bit like, oh, what, did I hurt him there? Let me go for the next one. That's when Ruiz would catch him, even in this fight. So it's like,
because sorry to interrupt you. I think it was like round 8 in particular. Which I watched like. He kind of like, I can't remember exactly what happened, but AJ kind of hit him with something. Ruiz then banged him. Ruiz banged
right
him.
here.
Yeah.
Right
he literally banged and then just like had him a couple of times, but it didn't seem like he.
But it looked, because we've seen it before, it looks as if, like, what's going on? What's going to happen from here on in? But AJ took the punches well, recovered well. Next round, he was back on his toes. Against someone like Ruiz, you just got to keep him 6 foot.
See when you have I know this might sound like a mad question here, but I genuinely don't know this. See when you have a fat stomach, and you have like that much, like that much fat, how does it differ with body shots compared to a person, not the person who's chiseled, but the person who's just got a little bit more fat than
generally,
the chiseled guy? If you got a little bit more,
it helps.
Because the fat helps.
As long as you're conditioned underneath it. But the fat helps you to absorb the punches. So there's, put it this way, for Ruiz, there's probably no point going to the body.
Yeah, because I saw AJ go to the body a few times.
He threw a lovely left hook to the body.
I saw it. I liked it. Yeah. But I was watching, I was thinking, let's say he kept doing it. If he kept doing it, would that have an effect on him? Or would he be able to eat that up more than he would?
Bro, it probably would have an effect on him at some point. It's investment banking, isn't it? Going to the body. So AJ hits hard enough to make a dent in you, to your body, 100%. It's just, every time you go to the body against a counter puncher, you just don't really know what kind of game you're playing. Like, you could get caught upstairs because you want to go downstairs.
Yeah.
So it's hard to, like, I think AJ fought the perfect fight. Kept discipline. Some people will say, oh, it wasn't entertaining. Oh, I don't know, he was dancing too much. He gave you all the entertainment last fight.
Exactly. This is what I think was quite interesting, because I see some people saying that. I came back and I didn't get to watch the fight as it was live. I came back home and I watched it and I was analysing it and stuff, And just going to the last round in particular, where Ruiz sort of called for him to come in the middle, When Ruiz called for him to come in the middle, I know that there would have been people who are not necessarily big boxing fans, or people that who maybe are, would have wanted to see AJ go in there and just swing it out with him.
Yeah.
But I would have said, and I would have thought, anyone with a bit of common sense especially that would have seen the last fight, would have known that would not have been the best thing to do. Like, AJ would have been a fool to stand literally in the middle, super close to him, and start trading it off.
Make it 50-50 for no reason.
Exactly.
And anyway, Ruiz is a bit silly for doing that ploy in the last 10 seconds. He should have been doing that. Come on, like, fight me, and at least putting a bit of a seed of something in AJ's head to say, right, you're running from me.
Yeah.
Because then at least stuff like that can actually subconsciously draw you out into a fight.
Yeah.
But he decided to do it with 10
AJ
seconds
seemed
to go.
really focused though this time around. I mean, like, I'm sure he's focused. I'm sure he will say that he's focused all of the time in fights or whatever. But in the last fight, obviously there's questions about things that may have happened.
He said since winning, he said that he had an operation after the Ruiz fight because he had like terrible energy levels.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what that is exactly.
Yeah.
He said that before the fight in the change room, he had his head in a bucket of ice, in a bucket of water, trying to make himself feel energetic.
Okay.
So that's probably why he knew in his heart, he was just like, I'll just take the rematch because that was me literally fighting on nothing from the beginning.
Yeah. When he stepped in from the first round, it felt like it was like, okay, now we're gonna go to work now, and we're gonna do things very differently now. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? I thought it was quite smart of what he did and how he did it. It was good to see AJ, because usually you'll just see, like, especially with heavyweights and stuff like that, you know, you kind of go for, you just want to see people just knocking each other out or whatever it is, yeah. But for me, like, watching AJ and watching his come up, it was actually good to see him do 12 rounds of like just boxing. Proper boxing.
That was the most correct I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
Even people talk about like the Parker fight and stuff like that. That was good boxing. Yeah, it was, but this was the most correct that he's been in terms of like the shape. Everything was it was good. It was good, and it might not be entertaining, but Mayweather wasn't entertaining.
Well, this is it.
That's it.
Do you know what I say to some people, sometimes, like, especially people who are like super, super casual fans or people that don't even watch boxing like that, but they just want to see a knockout or whatnot. Yeah. Best thing to do, go UFC. Go and watch UFC because you'll definitely see some knockouts there. I love UFC, so you know that. But let me tell you something here. If that's what you want to see, I don't want to hear no chat about nothing when you see a man bloodied on the floor. Because you're talking like you want to see it.
Yeah.
You're talking like you want to see it. So go and watch the Alistair Overeem fight that happened the other day where his mouth got punched all the way off. Bro,
I saw that. It came off.
Yeah, his lip came off. Go and watch that. If that's what you want to see. Because I like that. And I know that not everyone likes that. I know not everyone likes that. Obviously, I don't want to see a man's lip get punched off.
Yeah, but as in,
you know what it is?
can deal with gruesome.
I could deal with that. But also, you know what it is as well? It's that, like, the level of courage it takes to go. Some of these guys are, bro, they're like 6'6", 6'7", yeah? They are massive guys and they are really bro. Yeah. Seriously, that level it's like, that's a sport which has got like high level consequences if you make a mistake. Yeah. High level. Yeah. So if that's what you want to see, go and see that. Go and watch that. You're still going to see skill in it and all of that. But sometimes, with boxing, you have you're going to get real boxing matches which don't have knockouts. And sometimes those are the best fights.
Bro,
you know?
It's 100%. Because it depends what you're looking for. But this is an AJ fight where he's done it before. You know what happened last time. Yeah, he may not have been right, but he swung it out. And it didn't work for him. He's 6 foot. You're 6'6". Use your advantages. Yeah. Like, that's it. It's simple.
Did you think that like Ruiz anticipated this? Did you think that he was going to come back and do the same thing?
I was one of the people that was bang on the middle. I didn't know what to expect. I had a feeling, that Ruiz was going to get better from the first fight, just because he knows AJ. He's tasted a bit of glory. I thought that he wanted it, but it went full circle, and he just got a little bit lazy. Said he didn't train hard enough. But even if he did, I think you fight that kind of fight against Ruiz, and AJ would have been beating the best Ruiz as well. Yeah,
because he says that he did. He says that he didn't train hard enough in hindsight or whatever it was, but it seemed to me that is how Ruiz would have fought anyway. Yeah. If he trained hard enough, he might have been fitter. Yeah. He might have been fitter, but stylistically, he probably still would have been the same. Yeah. And in being the same, it didn't seem like he was cutting the ring off enough to even get AJ.
He wasn't cutting the ring off. He was kind of following and threatening, But then AJ's like feint or double jab or like keeping him at the end of it would make him just have to reset. Someone like Ruiz has to like proper put his feet down and then kind of dip at the knees and then starts whipping and everything. Or you could see when he was trying to do different things, like he would try and wait for AJ for a jab and try and come over there. But AJ knew it's coming because it's apparent. Like I was staying in the hotel, same hotel as his sparring partners, and they was just like, we got him ready. Like he knows what to expect. We've emulated Ruiz, so expect a clinic.
Okay, he did eat the punch as well. Some of them were worrying still though.
They were worrying, but they were only worrying for us. They didn't look like they rocked him. They just looked like, you see, you get hit and you're just a little bit discombobulated for like 0.2 seconds, and that's it. But he didn't look hurt at any point.
Well, he smiled, and that was worrying.
No, they land, and of course they hurt.
When he I noticed that like when he gets the bang straight to the chin, he does smile, and he smiled the last time when my man hit him with the mean one with the punch of God or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was like. Yeah, for us it was kind of like.
Nah, I just looked at the legs straight away.
Okay,
he looks fine.
His legs was fine, yeah. Because last time the leg, the last time when he got the bang, the leg was like proper.
Bro,
stiff.
that's the thing. Like you get clipped big and everything goes.
Yeah.
Like everything goes. It's nuts.
Yeah,
it's nuts. So
what's that there?
That's
bro?
all good. It's just a pop.
Okay.
But yeah, he dealt with him. I don't want to see Ruiz free.
Nah, neither do I. I don't think like.
Bro, from now on, you see when you know how to beat someone like that, they don't ever beat you again.
True.
That's it. That's over. Now he's got a couple of mandatories to fight. He's got to fight Pulev. He's got to fight Usyk.
Okay.
That's good fights.
Yeah,
There's talk of going back to Saudi as well.
Are they doing that in Saudi as well?
There's talks of it.
Well, the bank is so big. I can imagine.
The bank is massive.
Just before you carry on with that though, like I like Ruiz and how he's like handled certain things and whatnot. Yeah, but it was kind of like when I saw him grab the microphone on the thing of, let's go, let's do round 3, baby. I'm like, no, bro, don't try and be this guy now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro, shut up now, bro. Like, you've done the nice guy thing for the whole point, like for the whole time. Don't try and grab the mic on it. Yeah,
he wanted the extra 5 mil, extra 10 mil.
Yeah, like it was like all of a sudden now he's like found his cockiness whatever it. Like it's like I don't believe you, bro. Yeah. Like you spent all of this time being that, which is great.
Yeah.
Which is honourable as well because it's like you didn't have to do all of that to sell a fight. You did what you did and you won fair and square, whatever it may be. Don't grab the microphone now.
He doesn't need that.
Yeah, he didn't need to do that.
That's it. So, it's done now. It's done.
So I noticed that Eddie and Daddy was cool.
Yeah,
they helped each
other.
Was nice.
Eddie and Daddy, that was nice. Yeah,
Eddie and Daddy was cool. Yeah. Last time it was a bit salty and frosty.
Well, I reckon that's something to do with his son having his head in the ice bucket and knowing he's not ready. His dad obviously got his best interests at heart, not boxing wise, but just life wise, and is saying he shouldn't be fighting. I'm guessing. I'm going off just what I saw. So I see his dad wilding at Eddie Hearn. And then you hear now that he wasn't right before the fight in the change room having buckets of his dad. For me, from what I see from it, was obviously saying you shouldn't fight, you can't fight like this, and Eddie's obviously saying he's fine.
Well, yeah, to me it was kind of obviously like when you win, it's always easier to hug and stuff like that, which is nice. The bank's good and stuff, and I understand that too. I think even as a parent, you see more. You don't see money. You see your son and your child.
Well-being,
You've raised that person, and you want to make sure that, like there's nothing more important than the well-being of that person.
Yeah, 100%.
So I get that. I do also understand that there's for a lot of people there's business, and they don't particularly see it like that, and that's. I think that just comes down to who you are as a person,
and who that person is to you.
Do you understand? So Wilder was saying there's not going to be no unification fight.
Not next, there won't be. Wilder's probably. I think he's booked in to fight
Fury,
February 22nd. That would be a good fight. Who knows? That belt could not even be Wilder's.
Yeah.
After that.
What do you think about how Wilder reacts to moment? How do you feel like?
I feel like
the question is how do you feel Wilder is towards Anthony Joshua? Like, what is your take on that?
He sees him as the guy he needs to be, or whatever it is. And you never quite know who's telling what truth, and everyone is telling their version of the truth and all of that. I think he wants to fight AJ. I think AJ wants to fight him as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
Wilder wants to fight him even more now.
Yeah, of course.
Because he could see that.
Yeah, of course.
I just need one.
Bro, that's him against anyone, any man on the planet. He just needs one. And that is the issue with Wilder.
That's what we watch.
Bro,
that's what we watch.
Everyone is better than Wilder.
Yes.
Everyone. But it doesn't seem to matter. He just clips you and it's over.
I feel like that's why we're starting to watch Wilder. Even like his fan base is growing even more now because it's kind of this thing of like
against Ortiz the other day. He was getting slapped.
He lost every round.
And then he pulled out one shot that he didn't even look like he didn't even put his heart into it.
Nah,
and that's it.
It just went straight through the middle, right on the temple.
It's mad.
I mean, right in the middle of the forehead. But yeah, I feel like now Wilder has built this thing where it's like, okay, it's gonna come. Let's just wait and see. Let's wait and see when it happens and how my man reacts to it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
He's falling in love with his right hand, 100%.
It is crazy, and I do worry about that because I do think.
Well, but do you know what it is? I tell you what's sick,
think obviously Joshua will outbox him, but Joshua will be hit.
Yeah. Well, you don't.
He's got to pull off a Tyson Fury.
He'll find you at some point. It just matters how. I don't know. That's the thing about all three of them fighting each other is whoever gets their fight wins the fight. They could all beat each other. Of course they could all beat each other. If Fury manages to get his boxing match that he wants against absolutely everyone, he beats everyone.
What do you think as well about, I forgot to mention this, yeah? I noticed a few people were saying that like AJ was like a poor man's Tyson Fury.
Nah, man. It's a different fighter.
Yeah.
He just boxed. Just because he took the back foot doesn't mean... Fury takes the back foot, but he takes the widest circle. Like he literally touches the rope the whole way around, and then he comes in and really. But as in, it's a good. That should be a compliment.
Yeah,
that's a compliment for me. If you're saying AJ's a poor man's Tyson Fury is not a boxer puncher. He is a pure boxer.
Yes.
A pure boxer.
Yeah.
AJ just showed there that he's a bit of a boxer puncher. I'm not mad at that. That's good.
Neither am I. And also, the reason why I personally don't think it's like that is because, the only thing for me that seemed the same was the fact that, you're saying that, like, just the approach in a sense. But stylistically, the way that Fury kind of like moves his head, he jolts a lot. He jolts.
And
he's he moves like
his everything's a feint. Him going backwards a feint. Him going forwards a feint. Everything. He feints with his head, with his feet, with his hands. It's different. It's in his nature to just feint and fake.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Flipping. What happens now then? That's it.
That's it.
Really? He's got mandatories.
I think in March or April.
Is it Dylan White as well that's looking... Who's Dylan White looking to fight out of them three as well? I know he wants to... He wants Wilder, doesn't he?
He wants Wilder, but I think it's more likely that he'd get the winner of Usyk and
AJ.
Chisora.
Oh,
that's meant
really?
To be coming up, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's meant to happen.
So fair. Okay. That's interesting.
But yeah, none of it's confirmed. Like at the moment, we're at that point where nothing's concrete. No one's fights are like a set in stone at the moment. No dates or venues or anything like that.
But Tyson and Wilder's is supposed to be coming up. I heard that was like in March or some shit.
It's meant to be. It was penciled for February.
Yeah, that's the
it hasn't got a definite date though. Hasn't got a definite venue. It'll probably be Las
These
Vegas.
lot got to sort it out, man.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Sometimes that shit does get on my nerves, and I will say that is the one thing I
think
really
a lot
love
of people
about UFC,
were waiting for this Joshua fight as well to see where the rest of them belts went.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so now we'll see. And Joshua says he wants all his belts. He doesn't want to vacate, so he's gonna fight probably twice in the next 7 months.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like Dylan White really wants Wilder. What would you say would happen in that?
I can't call any fight of Wilder.
It's true.
I genuinely can't.
It's true.
Because he's either going to lose 120, 108 or he's going to knock you out.
Yeah.
It's so hard to call.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's nuts. This guy finds a way, man.
Yeah, oh well, boy. it's interesting times for boxing, isn't it? Like,
Definitely.
there's a lot of good fighters out there, a lot of good matchups and stuff like that. I'm more into boxing now than I probably ever have been. I'm more of a UFC guy, but I've really I watched that Callum Smith fight recently. That was an absolute dog fight, boy.
Bro,
Fucking
that was a
hell.
sick fight.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of good stuff happening in the sporting world of boxing, and also UFC as well, man. That's my thing, innit? So, as I was literally just about to say as well. That's one thing as well that does jar me about boxing sometimes is this whole not knowing when this one's got to sign that and this and all of these type of things. In UFC, it's kind of a thing of you want some.
Yeah.
Dana, line it in it, and let's do that. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's have that. Let's do it and let's settle it, and then whatever it is, it is. But yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. We're back again soon.